Hey everybody, this is Doc.
And I'm Patty.
And welcome to the channel. Today we are going to run the 2025 RAV4 plug-in hybrid through the ringer.
Let's do it.
Hey Patty.
Hey.
This is our 2025 Toyota RAV4 plug-in hybrid in Blueprint Blue. And we've had it about 6 months now. It's got about a little over 5,000 miles. We're just getting ready for the first service on it. And as you can see, it is dirty.
Well, we live on the gravel. It's a beautiful color blue though.
We live on the gravel. We will talk about the color. She loves the color.
I love the color.
I'm not really a fan. But the purpose of today's video is we're going to talk about the pleasant little things that we love about the RAV4 and the pet peeves that we have about the RAV4 as well.
Absolutely.
So first we'll do a walk around. Again, Patty loves the color. I don't. And actually I did a recent video where I put a chemical product on it. I can't remember, an ethos ceramic coat on it to help with the spotting, and it has helped actually quite well. Now as you can see, it's really dirty, and I left it dirty for a reason, because this is what it looks like after it goes on the road for a you went on a 10-hour trip with it. Patty has spent, in the past 2 weeks, she has spent a total of 24 hours in this vehicle doing 2 long trips, and so she's got a perspective for a long trip that I don't have, because I use it for my daily commute and short trips. So
I think it looks pretty good for 24 hours on the road.
it doesn't look too bad. It's got a little scuzz to it, and I think I'm going to have to hand wash it. I don't think
so,
the
yeah.
ceramic coat's going to work for it. So again, she loves the color, and I would agree that when this car is clean, it's beautiful. When it's dirty, it's disgusting. And there's nothing in between. It either looks great for 5 minutes when I wash it, or it looks terrible the rest of the time.
It has nice wheels.
It does have pretty wheels. And so for those of you who are not familiar, there are basically 3 levels of RAV4. There is the regular gas RAV4, there is the hybrid RAV4, and then there's a step all the way up, which is an expensive step, to the plug-in RAV4. And what's special about the plug-in RAV4 is that it has about 40 miles of range, electric only, and then it kicks into the hybrid system. And it's a pretty special hybrid system in the respect that it is tried and true. This drivetrain is actually in a lot of vehicles. I'm going to pop the hood so we can take a look here. We're going to start with the first pet peeve, which is the fact that it requires a little prop-up strut for under the hood. And realistically, for a $50-ish thousand vehicle, I would expect it to have hydraulics, which it doesn't. But let's talk about the drivetrain, because the drivetrain's really cool. What we have here is probably one of the more reliable systems that Toyota's ever made. This is in a number of other hybrid vehicles. So basically it's I believe it's a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder engine, which makes about 170 horsepower. Up front as well, there is a motor that makes, give or take, 150 horsepower. And then there is no connection, no mechanical connection to the back wheels. And the back wheels have approximately a 50 horsepower electric motor with our battery driving the whole system. And like I said before, we've got 40-mile range, which is when I drive it, when I do my daily drive. I use that most of the time. And in my drive, I maybe have 10 or 15 miles of actual gas use. So I use very little gas when I drive this, and one of the things I love about it is I get about 1,600 to 1,800 miles per tank, and that's pretty all right. So, you know, the drivetrain, and I think I've said this before, which is, you know, when we own the Tesla, you know, the Tesla's not a car, it's a piece of technology. And this is kind of close to that. It's kind of a combination of Toyota reliability and technology. Of course, Toyota pioneered the whole idea of hybrid vehicles with the Prius, and so they've had 20-ish, 25-ish years of doing that kind of thing. So they've got it down to a pretty good art. And we'll just take a little walk around. And they say you can see the vehicle. Now, for Toyota vehicles, this probably has some of the better paint on it as far as the quality of the paint. And one thing that you'll notice about this vehicle is that it's probably a higher quality RAV4 than some of the other RAV4s you see as far as build quality, because this is actually made in Japan. And the ones made in the US maybe have a little bit less quality to them as far as the build goes. And just taking a little walk around here. Again, I like the style of this vehicle. They're restyling this vehicle next year. There's going to be some pretty significant changes. I don't feel that they're significant enough that I really want to trade in the vehicle. So we're going to keep this and we're just going to rack the miles on this baby. But overall, nice looking vehicle. And now we should probably get into the things we love and don't love. One of the points of this video is we're going to talk about the most minor complaints that you can imagine. And since I'm the guy who cleans the windshield all the time, this is one thing that always annoys me, is I always have to start from the driver's side, because if I go from this side, I can't put up both wipers from this side. I always have to start from the driver's side to do that.
I had no idea.
Pet peeve number one. Of course you didn't, because you never clean the windshield.
That's right, I don't.
As long as we're being petty, we're going to talk about the gas cap. This is how you open the hatch to the gas cap. And in every other vehicle...
Yeah, in every other vehicle that we have, there is no cap.
Right.
So we talked about that. I mean, it's petty, but yeah, to have to take this off. But then we discussed there may be a reason why there is a gas cap.
Well, and the reason why I'm thinking about that is, you know, for me, I very rarely put gas in this vehicle. And if you have one of those little flappy gas
right, the
gas
capless
holes,
ones,
I guess.
Yes.
If you have one of those, there's a fair amount of air interchange with your gasoline all the time. And pretty much if you have your gas restricted to air, if you keep it, I guess, pressurized, I don't know, if you keep it sealed, your gas will stay better quality for longer. And I wonder if that's maybe the reason that we have a cap.
Yeah.
I don't know. You guys can certainly throw your ideas in the comments if you agree or disagree with me, but that's the only reason I can come up with. And of course, they tell you not to use E85 in it.
Right, which I told you drove me insane when I was up in Wisconsin. All the pumps had special placards for each different octane level, and they would say, use this pump for this type of vehicle, this pump for something else. Don't use this in a vehicle that was manufactured later than 2004 or something like that. I was like, what in the world? I just want some mid-octane fuel to put in there.
I think that's because people are stupid.
I don't know.
But they're probably dumb enough they won't read the directions anyways.
My word.
So that's just one little pet peeve. It's not a big pet peeve, to be honest. And one of the things I do like about this vehicle, it's kind of funny that you have to push a button on one side, but not on the other. And this is to get to the electric plug-in. And normally, if you haven't watched my videos before, this is not normally painted yellow, it's black. I painted it yellow because I'm dumb enough that I would unplug the car, I'd shut the lid, and then I'd drive to work with that dangling on the outside. So that's just because I'm stupid or don't pay attention early in the morning. But the one thing I do like about this is that there's a little light when you open this hatch up to plug in your vehicle, and when the car is locked, this does lock. So it's not unlocked all the time, so no one can really access your electric plug-in. I do like that a lot. All right, here's the hatch. I do like the electric hatch, and I think you have some beef about it, because every once in a while I'll hear you griping at it.
It's too slow.
It's too slow?
Yep.
Well, you're going to get trapped
If I'm going to complain about something, I want to open it, get my stuff in there, and get out. And I have to step back, wait for it to open.
So you're complaining that it is electric?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I do like the button, though, to close it.
It is. It's in a nice place, and
Yep.
you got these cool handles that you never use.
That's
I guess
right.
they're left over from
Yeah, they must be
the
from a
non-electric
previous
version.
model.
Okay, so you have
here-
complaints about the back.
Yeah, this is my complaint back here. I understand these are here to make it more functional, but these Velcro thingies never stay up.
Yeah,
It looks bad, and I mean they barely attach. I'm sure I could put more Velcro on it, but I'm thinking of pulling them out.
it's part of the winter package, and I will fix that. I just haven't gotten around to it, which essentially it just requires more Velcro. Now, something I do like about this vehicle is the fact that we have a full-size spare. Well, it's not full-size spare, but we have a spare, and we have tools that are easily accessible. I like that. I'm not sure if every trim of RAV4 has that, but I do like that a lot. And it's nice that we have a plug-in in the back. The thing I don't like about that is the fact that it's not on all the time, so I can't put the fridge in here because I need a live wire all the time.
Okay, 24 hours in the vehicle. What is this thing that obstructs my luggage?
Oh,
What is that?
It's cool. Here, take that. You didn't unzip it to find out?
I didn't have time.
All right. You unzip it, and you get a cargo net to hold stuff down.
Ah,
And I like this.
I do enjoy a cargo net,
Yeah.
but I had no idea it was in there.
Yeah, so basically
I didn't take the time to explore it.
you just clip it there, clip it there, and then you've got a nice cargo net.
Very nice.
Yeah. So that
We've
is
had
something
cargo
I
nets
like.
in vehicles before, and you made them disappear. What's the deal that you like this one?
Because I like the fact that I can contain it and it doesn't get in the way. And another thing I do like about this vehicle is the fact that the seats, one button, they flop forward. And I also, even though you hate these plastic mats, I like the fact that they actually connect between the seat back and the main mat in the back, so you don't have stuff falling in mostly. There's a little bit of a crack there. I like that. So that's a pleasant surprise.
To prove my point. Oh my, look at that. Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Okay.
that's sad.
That is sad.
So looking at the back seat area of this, I do like the seating surfaces as far as, I don't think, this is not real leather, it's faux leather.
It's nice.
And I like the breathable surfaces that you sit on in there. So the quality of the seating materials I like a lot. And you do have a couple of cup holders there, which is nice for the person sitting in back. Another criticism I have is we do have power points back here, but they are both USB-C. I wish one was a USB-A and one was a USB-C, but
they're more futuristic than that, I guess.
probably. I just don't think Toyota felt like buying two different kinds.
I like the mats back here, and I like this continuous hump mat, whatever you want to call it. I don't know.
A hump mat.
A hump
and,
mat.
Really, you're right. And again, that's part of the winter package, so there would be that's part of an option thing.
The pockets are deep.
Yeah, the pockets are okay.
This
And
is
then
our
this
aftermarket
This thing, yeah, this is the aftermarket. This is $15 from Amazon. I think I have it in every vehicle that has captain's chairs, and I just love it. It just collects dumb stuff, and I can garbage mostly.
Well, and I used to
that I can
complain
empty
for
later.
years that I had nowhere to put a small purse, and this is nice.
Yeah. Looking at the confines of the back seat, we can see that you've got decent foot room.
Sure.
As far as your knees aren't hitting the back of the seat. And you've got a lot of headroom. Now, granted, Patty is 5'3", but I think a 6-footer would do okay.
It indents as it goes.
It does. And then, that's probably because of the sunroof there, which there is a remarkable amount of headroom for a vehicle with a sunroof. And that's pretty cool. So that's a pleasant surprise. What do we got there?
Little clothes hanger things.
A little clothes hanger hook. Nice.
And I do like that the doors have an extra cup holder in them.
Yeah, the storage in the back is not too bad. And like I said, we've got the cup holders. We've got cup holders in the sides. And then we've got the nice pockets in the back
Yeah.
with some vents that
Yep.
direct a little bit of air. So that's pretty all right. Moving to the front. Taking a look at the front of the car, we have nice soft touch panels on the doors. We have some pretty good storage. And I'm not sure if all the packages have this kind of soft touch, but this level does, which this is the XSE level. And overall, you know, what do you think of the driving quality of this car as far as the handling and the suspension?
I was perfectly happy with all of it. It's not, I compare a vehicle this size pretty much to the WRX Subaru we had years ago, and it doesn't have the sporty feel. And I know it has functions that you can change it and put it in different functions, but it's
not going to change. You know,
Yeah.
I think you're expecting a little too much out of a RAV4 because it
Probably.
is a CUV. It's not a sports car,
right.
and like I said, I think that's just a little too high of an expectation.
Right.
It is fast. This vehicle is fast when you use the proper modes, and there are. Let's see, I'm trying to stay out of the light there. There are different modes that you can put this in to make it fast, and the primary thing is if you want it to be really quick, it has to have some charge on the battery.
Sure.
And then you can combine the gas engine and the electric power, and you can launch this thing 0 to 60 in 5 seconds. That's not too shabby.
It has great passing capabilities. I mean, it was perfectly fine on the highway, on the interstate. I had no trouble.
One of the criticisms of this car is that it doesn't have much feel in the suspension and that it's kind of spongy. But I see that more as this is not meant to be a sports car. It's meant to be a long-range cruiser, and it's not really going to do the curves. That's going to change next year when they bring out the GR Sport RAV4 plug-in hybrid. That's a mouthful. Which has a lot of changes, a lot of different cues. They've upgraded the battery a bit, and they have, more importantly, upgraded the suspension to be more of a GR quality kind of thing. It'll be interesting to see how that turns out. Again, I am so happy with this. I don't even have a desire to trade into a 2026. But, you know, and not talking about the performance stuff like that, because we've talked about that before. Things I do like about this vehicle is I like the soft touch buttons, and you know, the fact that they're grippy when you turn on the radio, and you actually have physical buttons to operate the climate controls and the heated seats. That's going to change in 2026. This is all going away, and you're going to have to go through the monitor to change a lot of things.
Which I think is a distraction when you're driving.
I don't like it, and I don't think that Toyota customers will like it. And you know, one of the other complaints for this vehicle from, you know, people that have reviewed it before is the fact that, you know, maybe the interior is a little bit lower quality, like that's hard plastic as opposed to padded plastic. And you know, you have to remember, this is an economy car first, and Toyota's kind of elevated it to the highest level they can to be more of, I wouldn't say a luxury car, but a higher technology car. And it's kind of along the lines, you know, with what they've done with the Corolla and the GR Corolla, where, you know, they've done so many modifications to it. It's really not the same car, but it still has the same DNA. And, you know, love it or hate it. You know, if you hate something like this, for the same price range, you could probably get into a Cadillac XT5, have all the luxury in the world, all the soft surfaces in the world, but you're not going to have the technology, and you're not going to have, you know, this car, I have no doubt this car will easily go to 200,000 miles, probably without a problem. You can't expect that out of a Cadillac. A Cadillac's going to probably fall apart about 70, 80,000 miles, like all GMs do. I love GMs, but that's just what they do. So what was the major beef that you had with this vehicle when you were driving it back from Wisconsin on your total of a 12-hour drive?
Well, my biggest beef was the the talk button on the steering wheel, like when you would push the button and say like text someone or call someone, a lot of times it would just not respond. It would have a little circle and it was thinking about it. And I thought maybe it was my phone. But as soon as I got home and I got in the Bronco, I didn't have that issue anymore.
And that issue has been talked about a fair amount. And we have the same issue with our GR Corolla that we do with this, which is the technology package, the CarPlay doesn't always mesh real well. And you expect that, like in our Yukon, when you get in it, it automatically pulls up your phone, it automatically syncs with it, and there is never any issue. Mm-hmm. When you get in, you know that you're hooked up to it. But this and the GR Corolla, you may have to mess around a little bit to get it to sync with your phone. And then even when it syncs with your phone, there's still glitches. Mm-hmm. It's a little bit glitchy. So that's widely noted now. But you had another problem that you didn't care for.
Yeah, I got in a downpour, and I had never experienced that in this vehicle yet, and I was on the interstate, and the wipers wouldn't go fast enough for me. It was disturbing. It was frightening. I mean, it was...
They're not super slow, but they're not super fast either, and they're not fast enough for a really big downpour. Right. So that's actually... it is disturbing, and there's nothing you can do about it.
And first time in my life I ever had to pull off. I had to pull over at an exit and get off the road because the rain was so hard I couldn't see 6 inches beyond my vehicle.
So that's a big pet peeve, and I agree with you 100%. I've been in rainstorms with this, not a big heavy downpour like you, but I'm totally aware that those wipers are not fast. Like I said, they're not slow, but they're not fast either. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of things we love about this vehicle.
Oh, yeah.
Like I said, I love the seating of it. My favorite part about it is not putting gas in it, and and it's not even the not putting gas in it. It's not having to go to the gas station. So I can literally go for weeks without having to go to the gas station, because when I get home I plug it in, and when I go to work I've got enough energy to get me most of the way to and from work. And for that reason, this car doesn't require premium, but I do put premium gasoline in it just because it's a bit better quality, and I stay away from ethanol altogether. So it's premium without ethanol, and because it may be a month and a half or 2 months before I put gas in it again, and modern gas just doesn't last long. So with with that little warning, like I said, buy quality gas to put in this vehicle if you're running electricity a lot. Now, we did determine that running without electricity, when Patty went on this 500-mile trip twice, that this vehicle gets about 40 miles a gallon without the 40-mile bonus that you get with plugging it in. Mm-hmm. That's not awful. For a vehicle this size, that's pretty good, so I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah. I think if you put it into eco, you might have been able to eke a little bit more out of it, but that was pretty good.
Mm-hmm. It was great on the highway. The cruise control worked well, to the point where I said it was a mile an hour off usually. If I set it for 73, it would never quite get to 73.
She's super critical.
It would be 72, and so then I'd set it for 74, and then maybe I might go 73, but I mean, it wasn't a big deal.
That's
any big deal.
Really nitpicking, but I guess that's what this video is all about, is nitpicking.
Right.
I don't think I have any real other nitpicks. I haven't tried the horn on this car. Oh yeah, it's a sad little horn.
It's kind of wimpy. Isn't it?
Yeah, and the GR Corolla is the same way. So I may be doing a video replacing that horn because it's sad, and it's not going to get anybody out of my way if I need to let them know that I'm coming, which I never use the horn anyways. So
yeah, it was comfortable. It was very warm where I was at times. I kind of missed air-conditioned seats that we have in the Yukon, but that's another. Well,
true. Be happy with heated seats, heated steering wheel. Yeah. And, I was going to make one point there. Oh, the the Safety Sense 2.5. Now I have Safety Sense 3.0 in the Corolla, and the new 2026s will be coming out with Safety Sense 4.0, which I'm not sure exactly what the difference is. But there is a palpable difference between the 3.0 in the Corolla and the 2.5 in this vehicle, and it's just not as sensitive. It's good. I like it, but it's not as good, and I would have thought that with this vehicle being actually a year, 2 years newer than my Corolla, that it would have had a at least equal Safety Sense self-driving or assisted driving package in it. So that's a little bit of a disappointment. I'll look forward to driving the Safety Sense 4.0. I think that's about it. So on that note, I'm glad you guys watched the video. Please subscribe, share, and like these videos, because that helps us do more of these kinds of videos, because we get a little bit of ka-ching, very little bit of money from YouTube. So you guys have a great day. We'll see you out there.